Hello, welcome to Pine Cove Farm, and we're going to do a bit of field clear up. We're going to remove some trees, make things a little bit more accessible, open up some space. So here we are on the farm. We're actually on the border between field 18 and 13, and we're in our Scorpion King. What we're going to do is remove some trees from the border here to kind of open the space up. We split field 3 a while ago, and some of that has some grass on there, so opening these trees up means we can harvest that grass a little bit easier. Okay, so here we are in our Scorpion. It's a bit dark, unfortunately, but we work this farm 24/7, so it may be 1 in the morning, but we're gonna cut some trees down. So let's first off get ourselves in position and just configure Scorpion for our cut length. We're going to do a 10-meter cut, and we will sort of pull the logs down and then we'll load them on the trailer and take them for processing. So easy enough first cut, and we'll have the tree form. We're just going to move this over to the side of it, pull it up and strip the logs. So we've got a few trees here, should be fairly straightforward. Some good sized trees. These is good 35-meter length. So let's do the next. So we've got a few trees to do, and that's gonna make for a nice little chunk of wood. We're quite nicely on this tree here. Make the cut, drop it down and strip. We are going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use an auto loading trailer. Makes life a little bit more pleasurable. Unfortunately, the physics of log loading sometimes escapes me. I just hate log grabs. They drive me nuts. That was a pretty terrible cut. It's fine. We have sometimes we don't quite get the purchase we want on the log, and it kind of flips us around like a rag doll. No neat piles, it doesn't really matter. Let's say we've got some nice good trees there. Whoa! And the bucking bronco that is the Scorpion. So we made short work of 3 trees, which is good. We do have a few more. This is not the only few that we want to take down. There's a few at the end I kind of want to take as well. And let's just get closer. Oops, too far. Now we are using a mouse control here, and it does make life interesting sometimes. And let's pull that down. Try and get it alongside without flipping us. And strip and cut. Scorpion King makes life so much easier for felling trees. We can certainly deal with them a lot quicker. So we've got 4 done. Now, as mentioned, there's a few more to do, and they're at the end here. So let's get back onto track. We've got 4 more, so 8 in total. Whoops. Kind of want to. Whoa. That's one thing I don't like about the Scorpion King. Can be a little bit unpredictable when you using the arm. It's strangely very powerful. Okay, so we'll drop this one down, lift it up and strip. So the trick is with this tool is to kind of lift the logs off the floor, and you can get a mostly neat pile of split trees. So we're kind of just wanting to make this piece just one open area, so we can run the mower in essentially we're doing like 2 or 3 loops through the main field now. What we want to be able to do is kind of expand that out into the bit of grass that's from the partitioned field 3. So to do that, we kind of just move the trees, and we can then sort of extend the mow path into there. And that will give us a little extra grass. We already do get quite a bit from the run that we do, but this gets us a little bit more. And we can essentially kind of enhance our harvest. We don't use a lot of grass on the farm, but what we do when we sort of go for it is we do use it all. So we kind of want to maximize what we get. Now these trees will be put to good use. They'll be taken up to the processing plant, where we have our wood chipper and our production facilities for pallets and barrels and such like. And at that facility, these logs will get turned into money, essentially. They will be converted into useful items which are sold, and we can go from there. So we have these being cut, and that's the last on this row. So we have this rock which kind of makes this field odd, but what we've done there is we've opened the field up, and we've actually got a nice open section here. So we're going to move the Scorpion King down here out of the way a little, and we're going to make a switch to truck, which is going to come and pick up the logs. So we have here our nice little Scania agro truck and our logging trailer. Oops. And my terrible driving wins again. Not only am I stuck on the fence, I can't even turn into the gate. It's absolutely awful. I'm really sorry. Okay. So, let's get ourselves positioned to the first set of logs. We change the side, we're going to work from the right, and we'll pick up these. Let's just strap those in so they don't move. Kind of lost one there, so let's kind of just fling that out. I'll pick that one up in a second. We're going to do switch sides. Now, we don't want to load too much. We had an unfortunate accident this morning when we were moving some trees that we'd previously pruned from up near field 5, where we ended up flipping this tractor trailer and spending a good 30 minutes trying to get everything the right side up, which was incredibly infuriating. So we've got these. Let's get the next lot. So I'll let those settle. Kind of don't really want to overfill the trailer. It seems kind of a little bit of a waste to not collect it all. So we're actually all in. It's not incredibly even either, which is a little bit. So we have to be careful, and we'll try and get this to the log processing plant in one piece. We may not actually process it all now, partly because we've probably got a bit of wood there from earlier in the day, so we're taking it easy. We're not gunning it, being careful down the hills and the corners, because we've got a somewhat unstable load here. It's strapped in, but you know, if we turn too quickly, we could end up on our side or on our roof, as it were. So we're on the road now. We can go in a straight line, hopefully. And let's roll. Although we're going pretty quickly, we are going straight, so we should be fine. Just some minor adjustments in the road as we go. Not too severe. This where having a steering wheel would be awesome, but unfortunately we don't. We actually work with a keyboard and mouse, so kind of got to be careful. It's very easy to oversteer with the keyboard, so we have to take it very carefully. So we're going to slow down because we're going to make a right turn here. Going to carefully make this turn because it's got a very steep bit of an incline, and on top of that we're going to make a very hard left turn. So, and then as you can see, it's very windy road, and I think you'll excuse me if I go over the grass verges, because quite frankly it's hard work, and we're not observing the correct side of the road, because quite frankly we are the only people on this little dirt track going to the sawmill, as it were. So we turn in here. You can see we've got a pile of wood over there on the right, and that's actually the stuff from earlier. So we're going to see if we can get rid of some of this, and we're going to just unload to the left, see if any of this okay. So we did pretty much fill that up. That's just good. It's just, whoops. And I forgot to turn off auto load. So what I was trying to do was be nice and neat and drop on top of the pile, but instead I've put the pile in the back of the lorry. So we're going to stop that, and we're just going to load that onto the ground, and there we go. So we will take our lorry back to the farm. We actually probably won't need this again. The next little task we have to do actually is grind those stumps down, because what we'll need to do is have a nice smooth flat field for the mower. So we can't be having any tree stumps in the... Whoa, he did not slow down, did he? To be fair, I drive pretty erratically. However, the AI do not stop unless you're blocking them, in which case they stop, but that's the only time. So we're going past our various facilities here. We've got our BGA and our compost facility, and you can see we've got a bit of a lorry park going on there with all our equipment, but that's fine. Barreling down on these two cars now, but we're going to make a left here, so we don't need to overtake. So let's take the lorry, and for the moment we will park him up here. I don't think we'll need him. What we do need is a tractor. So we actually need something that can take something on the front. So I'm just going to go down here. We have this guy. He's been used for hauling gas, but we don't use that anymore. So let's take the tractor, and we need to just grab our stump grinder and pay a visit to those tree stumps. So our stump grinder's actually up here somewhere. Got moved down the side of the field, or at least I could have sworn I put it down here. There it is. For some reason it's not where I thought I left it. Okay. We do have a bit of a harvest to do at some point, but we'll do that tomorrow. We have our stump grinder over here, which is annoyingly not properly thing. So let's just try and turn it round. And magic, it's one thing about this particular model of tractor, not very forgiving when it comes to steering on the keyboard. So I'm planning to get a steering wheel soon. I have something lined up that will do the trick, and that should take some of the pain and suffering out of driving. So we need lights to work here, so we can see tree stump. You can see there's 4 stumps. Okay, so first job, turn on the stump cutter, and oops, weirdly that's okay. For some reason I can't get purchase on that one. So the stump cutter just grinds it away. We left an awful lot of that trunk, strangely enough, but the stump cutter makes short work of it. This one, on the other hand, seems to be taking a lot longer. Okay. We do have that one, which is just in the ground around here somewhere. It doesn't seem to want to. Let's go from a different angle and we work. That's gone. And we've got 4 more up here. We've gone past one of them. Let's center that and It's kind of therapeutic, this little tool. Okay, we actually over one, which we can unrest. So we'll go back for that in a sec. There it is. It's kind of hiding. When we cut really close to the ground, sometimes you kind of make it very difficult to get the stump. So we have our stumps all done. So this field, when we cut it, we can literally go off into there and do that section. The other thing I wanted to look at was taking this tree here. This is going to be a manual fell. That one we can do with a scorpion. This one we're going to have to do manually. It's really high up. Like to kind of get an angle on that, but it's not allowing me. It's kind of annoying. Looks like this tree has somehow earned a reprieve. Can't get the halo. Oh well. Let's just take a look at this one. This one as well. We could take with the scorpion. Now, let's just have a quick look. These on the edge generally don't cause too much problem, so I think we'll leave them. But there we are, one nice open field. Let's put away our equipment, and I think we're done for this little episode, and we will be back with the next session, and we'll probably be doing some harvesting. We're on our Pine Cove Farm, formerly wind assisted map. The wind assisted map was basically running a wind farm to build some cash. We're actually dismantling it. We don't need it anymore. We got past the initial equipment phase, and now we're on to the sustain phase, and by that we can literally just process and harvest. Oh, we're getting a little bit of a lag. We're on a multi-pair server, so we do have issues on occasion with lag, so we will be using this guy again to clear out some of the other fields, but for the moment we're done. So we're gonna park him over here, ready for next time. So with that, it's goodbye from Pine Cove Farm.